YouTube, what is good? AJ Boogie here to give you that recap of the Raptors and Philly. Hey! Raptors take game 1 against the 76ers, winning 108-95. Even though that's a 13-point win, the Raptors beat the 76ers worse than that. It was a 20-point game from about the fourth quarter on. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the Raptors dominated the Sixers. Scratch that, Kawhi dominated the Sixers. Kawhi Leonard, the Claw, showed up for game 1 with 45, 11 boards. The man shot 70% this game. Kawhi dominated both ends. Offensive end with 45, defensive end, he was guarding Ben Simmons, and he gave him nothing easy. Simmons only had 14, and he got the majority of those in the first half. Now, I could bash Simmons all day, but I'm going to stick with Kawhi. Be honest with yourself. Have we paid attention to Kawhi any this season? I'm not going to lie, I haven't. And you know how it is. It's no secret. Kawhi's quiet. No one really talks about him. He's in a whole nother country. No one really talks about that team. The man averaged 27 this season. And he put us on notice tonight. He put us on notice that he's still a top 3 player in this league. Probably the best two-way player in this league right now. Kawhi reminded us all, he's still a top 1% in the NBA. Another man who deserves a lot of credit for this win, Pascal Siakam. He finished with 29 points and was 12 of 15 from the floor. So get this, Kawhi's 45, Siakam's 29. That was 74 points out of Toronto's 108. That's almost 70% of Toronto's points coming from those two dudes. Let's talk about Kyle Lowry, because he has been bashed hard after that first round where he didn't score a single point. Only had 9 tonight. Only had 9, but he had 8 assists to go with that also. But Lowry has been giving up shots to Kawhi, to Siakam. He got him the ball when they needed it. I'm not worried about the 9 points. The 8 assists were huge, and his defensive impact was huge, causing so many deflections, getting steals for everybody. He did it on both ends. Lowry was a plus 25 while he was out there on the floor. He was huge. Now, let's rip on the 76ers a little bit. Joel Embiid, Mr. Hulu, where are you? He finished with only 16 points and shot 5 of 18 from the field. He only finished with 8 rebounds. Tobias Harris had 15 and Ben Simmons had 9. I'm telling you what, Joel Embiid, he's a little out of shape, and he is notorious for not going hard in practice / not showing up to practice. Joel Embiid was a little out of shape this game. He was on the couch watching Hulu. This game would have been a slaughter if it wasn't for JJ Redick. He was the Sixers' highest scorer with 17. He made all 5 of his threes in the second half. He is the only reason that this wouldn't have been a 30-point beatdown. Now let's get to Ben Simmons. And I don't want to rip on the guy. I thought he had an alright game. Only shot the ball 8 times, made 7 of them for 14, had 9 boards, played some good defense. But in the second half, he was nothing. He got about probably 10, 12 of his points in the first half. He was non-existent in the second. I don't understand why that they don't put a lineup out there where Ben Simmons has shooters. The 76ers are going nowhere if they have Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid out on the floor at the same time. They just don't mix. In today's NBA, you can't have 2 guys who can't shoot threes, one of them being your point guard. And that's why Toronto's going to bounce the Sixers. That's all the heat I got for today. Like, comment, subscribe to the Boogie Squad. AJ Boogie, and I'm out. Boom!